Free Christ Church, and endowed by the Nawab of Arcot. The land was given by the Nawab, and Father Schwartz built it. So you can see there is one plaque here which gives you the year and the date, 1766. Some, I think, 13th of May. I can't read that number. 1966, and that was Schwartz's house. There is a plaque there. This is the original height of the house, and this must have been a chamber to, underneath. Some of the storerooms and all would have been here. 10 years ago, the old structure was there. Then obviously, lack of maintenance, it has fallen or whatever. Now here you have a plaque where I started. I started with Heber dying in a bath.
Correct.
So none of you believed me. You thought it was Kada Odare அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு இருந்தீங்க எல்லாரும். இங்க பாருங்க அதுக்கு historic proof இருக்கு. This mission house was built by the Reverend Schwartz about the year 1766, and from these steps, the Right Reverend Bishop Heber delivered his last address just before losing his life in the switching bar on the 3rd of April 1856. So we began with Heber, we end with Heber. Heber also ended. So sadly, his swimming bar is just grammar. But this level is all, and up to that banding, the curved banding, that is all that remains of the original structure. The top part is all sadly modernized. Inside this church also has become very modern. Which is, you can see that there are two slopes on both sides. Can you see that? Look at the gate arch. One on this side and one on that side. Very unusual. So these sloping buttresses were the way in which they used to build till in the early colonial times to make sure that the structure doesn't collapse. So foundations were not dug very deep. We would build sloping walls on both sides to make sure that the load-bearing members don't fall off. So when they rebuilt the gate also, they had built it in the original design. They have kept it as it is. So in our tour of Trichy today, just imagine how many centuries we have crossed. 3.8 billion year old rock. And from there, Jain history. And then from there, we looked at Pallava history, which is 5th, 6th, 7th centuries. Then we looked at after that, when you complete the Pallava history, you begin to look at the Chola history, which begins to start from sometime in the 10th century and goes on till the 12th century. Now, even up to the 13th century to a certain extent. You have a little bit of the Pandyas in the middle. And then you've got Vijayanagar history, which starts from the 14th century onwards and ends in the 16th century. Nayak history, which begins in the 16th century, ends in the 18th century. Nawab of Arcot, who arrives in the 18th century, goes on till the 19th century. The British arriving in 17th century, going on to the 21st century, 20th century, and then onwards us, the people. So Trichy is one complete fabric of history that is very rare to find in most places. It's very unusual that it has laid its impress on every step of India's growth. So it's a very important historic location. Those of you who are from here, remember that your heritage is your own, and you need to preserve it, and you need to take it forward. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much. A huge round of applause for Sriram sir for a wonderful speech.